Hey everybody, it's your girl Zaahav again. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. Oh my God, I think we've barely seen each other this year. So because it's 2026, it's pretty early on, and 2026 is honestly the year for content creation. There's so many resources out there. There's so many equipment. There's a lot of information out there about how to start content creation and what equipment to use. But I just find that researching those equipments is very tedious. Like, there's no one video that shows you everything that's quality too. So I decided to come up with this video that gives you all the equipment from camera to tripods to lighting to positioning to microphone to any accessory, like even your camera bag, that you might need for content creation in 2026, period. All right, call me your plug. All right, don't mind me, I'm just joking. If you're a beauty creator, a lifestyle content creator, you're doing sit down talking videos, this video is honestly for you. Like, it gives you literally everything that you need to get started. So first, we're gonna start from visuals, obviously. So we're gonna start from camera and lights, and then we'll do audio next, and then we'll do all the accessories. So first, I'm filming this video on a Canon EOS R. I got this camera maybe 8 months after it was announced. So this is like maybe damn near 6 years ago, or even longer. I can't remember the year now, but I got it directly from the Canon store. And I remember being so excited about this because it was my first ever 4K camera. The only thing is though, it films 4K in a 1.4 crop factor. That simply means that whatever lens you're using, if you're filming in 4K, you're getting a closer shot. So if you want more of your background to show, you have to go a little bit backward. This is a little bit cropped, and we'll probably go in depth into crop factors and whatnot in a separate video. Let me know if you want to know more in the description, but this is purely equipment. On my camera, I'm filming with the 16mm f2.8. Okay, again, I'm gonna go in to a more detailed video about lenses, crop factors, whatnot in a separate video. If you want to see a video like that, comment down below. I bought the camera with the kit lens at the time, and the kit lens is a 24 to 105mm lens, which is, so when you see a lens that has 24 to something or 16 to like 35, it means it's a zoom lens. So there's different lengths. So you can zoom in and you can zoom out. And this one is f4.5 to 5.6. So at different zoom levels, there's a minimum focal length that you can achieve. Again, there's gonna be a how video that comes separately from this one. Obviously, whenever I buy a kit lens with a camera, I never anticipate to use it. My old camera from like 6 years ago was the T6i. And even then I had a Sigma lens with it. So I never really used, although this lens is way better than, you know, the kit lens for cameras that have EF lenses. So I generally find that RF lenses are better than EF lenses, I think. Don't quote me on that. Well, that's my experience, but also because I was using a T6i, which was not a great DSLR. It was great for its time. Let's start there. But this was 6 years ago now, or 7 or 8 even, you know, this was 8 years ago. Another lens that I have is the RF 35mm f1.8. It's a macro lens, and I absolutely love this lens. It captures the details. Whenever I want to film videos where I want more of a blurry background and more of whatever I want in focus to show, I use this lens. Well, I have another lens that I use as well. I have the 50mm f1.8 as well. I was honestly really contemplating getting the 50mm f1.2, but then I was just like, I don't think I need it that much. You know, it's a 50mm. I'll need a lot of space, and I live in a condo, and as you probably know how they build condos in Toronto, it ain't that great. Okay, there's not a lot of space to work with. I want a different lens. Now, these two lenses are honestly my go-to. The 50mm is also a fave. The only difference between the 50 and the 35 is that the 35 is a macro lens, so more attention to detail. The 50, because of how low the focal length is, it does have some attention to details, but it doesn't top this. Next, most of my short form content I film on my phone. I just got the 17 Pro Max a little under 3 weeks ago. I don't have a video that's out yet that's been filmed with this phone. So majority of my videos that have been filmed with my phone were filmed with my 16 Pro Max. Now I have the 17 Pro because there's no point of having a Pro Max in the 17 when I'm gonna keep my 16. Okay, so I have the 16 Pro Max and I always set it to film in 4K 30 frames per second, and most of the time I film in cinematic mode. Some of the time I film in video, especially if I want more of my background showing, because I find that it crops in cinematic mode, whereas with video mode I think you can go down to 0.5 millimeters. Again, we're speaking about content in general, so let me talk about pictures. So for pictures, honestly, it depends on what I'm feeling. Most of the time I am taking my pictures with either my 35mm f1.8 lens on my EOS R or my 50mm f1.8 on the EOS R as well. That's when I use the EOS R to take pictures. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I've used this camera to take pictures because the phone quality is great. I do also have another camera, and that's the next camera we're going to talk about. I got the G7X Mark III. Actually, I got this camera just before I got the EOS R. Looking at how the quality of my content has evolved, I haven't really used the G7X for content, really. So throughout last year, you'd probably have noticed that I was filming for YouTube and you'd see different shots or B-roll or jump cuts. I don't like to do some jump cuts by like switching positions. So sometimes I will mount the G7X on a separate tripod. Now, all of this was before I got a different camera. Now, the G7X does claim to film in 4K. It's not great 4K, but I guess it's some form of 4K. I never truly explored it. I just kind of filmed, exported, and used it as my extra shots, but never like my main. It was never my main. Now, however, I need to carry it out for pictures more because I've used the G7X for 2 of my photos, and I'm gonna put them on the screen. So the white dress photo, and actually both of them were white dress photos. My G7X for pictures is honestly amazing. And I always see, let me tell you the trick. Let me tell you the trick. All right, we're gonna give you a few tricks in this video. The flash. I can promise you that even if you're in the brightest place possible, all you have to do is turn down the ISO all the way to the lowest, turn up the focal length, and turn up the shutter speed so that it gets darker, so that when you do use the flash, it has some brightness in pictures. And chef's kiss. Like, try it out and let me know. I promise you it's gonna eat. Like, it will eat so bad you enjoy those pictures. Also, don't forget to focus, right? Like, whoever's taking the photos, make sure that they're focused on your face. I do have a protective covering for my G7X, which I don't really use. So for the longest time, I never used to carry my G7X around. One time it fell. And I think that's one thing that people complain a lot about this camera, is that the screen tends to displace a lot. And that happened to me. And so it would never like close properly. It would always just kind of hook like this. So I was kind of scared. And then after a while, the screw came off. I had it fixed recently. It cost me a pretty penny to have it fixed. I think it cost me about $300. And the camera was like $900. And so essentially they had to change the screen or something. And in Ontario, tax is 13%. So Yeah, I think it cost me damn near $380 just to get it fixed. I need to learn to actually carry it around way more than I do right now. In fact, let's do a test shot. Let's get this video moving. Also, I used to use the G7X as my vlogging camera as well. Like, I'll carry it around. I used to be so ashamed. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm still so shy vlogging in public. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm still really, really shy. And so I decided to get a different camera for vlogging. And then, you know, the G7X is kind of for pictures. I haven't even really used it for pictures. I think I'm just a hoarder because really and truly, I don't need the camera, but it eats, like it eats and it gives a different aesthetic for pictures, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't think I want to get rid of it. But do I have enough cameras? I probably do, you know, like I have enough. So essentially what I'm hoping to give you is, you know, the options. You don't have to get everything in this video, but every single thing I have in this video is very useful. So just pick one and work with it. So like, even if you had only the G7X, like it's fine. And your phone, you're fine. I promise you. You just have to find a way to rig it right. And that's why I said I'm gonna do a how video in a separate video, right? So that I give you guys all of the tips and tricks and whatnot. But you can literally see yourself up top there. And like I said, I'm gonna take a photo right now just so you guys see what I mean with like putting everything down. So hold on. Once you take the shutter speed all the way to like 125, I'll do 250 because I have a really bright light behind my camera. And I will take the focal length down to like 2.8 where it's like dark enough. I'm just gonna try a test shot. Again, you don't really know until you keep trying over and over again. So I'm just gonna try a test shot, turn on flash. I'm still pretty bright with it, but I'm gonna show you guys these photos. Seeing is believing, I promise you, like seeing is believing. Let me turn the focal length down to 4 as well, just to kind of get it a little bit darker. I kind of like the way it came. I actually really like the way it came out before, but I want my skin to pop a little more. So the flash will pop the highlights of your skin. So if you have like body oil or body shimmer, oh, chef's kiss, I promise you, you're gonna love it. Okay, so let's do one more picture where we're like normal and we're just like, say cheese. Perfect. I'm gonna show you guys these pictures. Like these pictures are gonna be on the screen just so you see what I'm saying. And this is me not even looking my best. Like obviously my face is beat, whatever, but this is me like not even putting in too much effort. So for pictures, that eats. Obviously for pictures, if you have a 16, 15, 17, again, I don't know anything about Androids, so I'm gonna speak only on Apple iPhones, okay? You have a 16, 15, 17, 14, 13, and I think some people with 12 give compliments about the quality of the pictures. I wouldn't go as far back as 12. I never used the 12 even when there was a 12. 11 Pro Max, 13 Pro Max, 14 Pro Max, then 16 Pro Max, and now 17 Pro. So let me show you what a picture with my 17 is looking like. I'm gonna show you the difference between the G7X picture quality and the phone picture quality. And I promise you, you're gonna be sold. And no, this video is not sponsored by Canon or anything. If anything, I'm thinking about switching one of my cameras. Well, not switching, having another camera that's Sony, the A7R5. Pretty recently, I got the Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo. What that simply means is it comes with the microphone, a pouch, an extra battery, I think. I use this now for my vlogs because it's more convenient for me to hold this. It's smaller, it's, you know, and it follows you around, it tracks you. I like this because when you vlog with it, it gives you that clean aesthetic. And I'm just gonna film a test shot on this. just so you guys, I'm just gonna film a test shot on this so you guys kind of see. I generally like it because it has different modes that I've tried. I personally like the face tracking feature, so I'm gonna do the recording again, this time around with face tracking, and then you'll see an example. And so you just double tap on whatever you wanted, not even just face tracking, whatever you wanted to track, double tap on it, and it just shows active track enabled. And no matter how much you bend the camera, like I'm literally bending the camera, but it's still gonna focus on me, as you guys can see. It does come with a tripod and an extra, so it has an internal battery and it comes with an external battery as well. The microphone that it comes with is automatically connected to the camera. I don't know, it's preset, which I'm kind of grateful for. But we'll go deeper into microphones once we're done with visuals. There is one visual piece that I forgot that I don't really use all the time, but I have used it whenever I'm just rushing and I have my glasses on. I have filmed a few clips for YouTube on my Ray-Ban Metas. I generally don't like filming with them. So now it's recording. You can probably see the lights on, I think it records from this side, and so the light is on this side. I don't like recording with the Ray-Ban Metas because the aspect ratio is 4:3. YouTube is 16:9, while Instagram is 9:16. And even if you did 4:3 to multiply that by the ratio to know whether or not it's gonna match, 4 times what? 3 is 12, and 3 times 3 is 9. So that's 12:9. So it's not gonna be YouTube friendly or Instagram friendly. If you do decide to crop it into those aspect ratios, you're gonna lose some portions of the clip. So you have to really be mindful. Like if you want your, like let's say I want this light to be visible, I can't be too close to it. Otherwise, when I export the clip, it's gonna crop it out. So I think I'm at a perfect distance where I'm seeing the lights, and you guys are gonna see the output. But otherwise, I personally don't like to use it unless, you know, I don't carry any of my cameras, or I'm too shy to film in that place or space, and that's when I do it. One of the reasons why I really like the Ray-Ban Metas are when I'm on a WhatsApp call and I want the person I'm speaking to on video call to see my environment, I put my phone in my pocket and just transfer it to the Ray-Ban Metas, and it's very easy that way. But I do film on it from time to time. Quality is not that bad, honestly. Next on the list for visual is lights. So I'm using this is what I use as my phone light for selfies, sometimes I use it when I'm filming bathroom shots, and I have like my camera in front of me or my phone in front of me on a tripod or on a mount that I mount on my mirror, and I just put this light overhead. Even though I have a bathroom light, I find that this also just kind of brings more light to your face, and I've used it a couple times for that, but mostly I use it for selfies. I have had 2 of these. One, I don't know, someone took it. It's a little bit bigger, actually not a little, it's like twice the size of this, and I like it better, but this is just more portable, and I don't use that one too much, so when I lost it, it wasn't really a loss, and so that's the light. Now right beside it, I have an LED light that I put behind for my short form content, and you can switch the color at any point. For this, I have a makeshift situation because my main light is on the right side, and so this is just kind of filling in the shadows on the left side, and I want some definition in this video, so I don't want too much light on the left side. It's not a makeup video, it's more of a sit down talk, so you kind of want some structure and definition, so that's why I didn't want too much light on the left side. Next up, I have my main lights. So the light is on a Godox stand, but the actual light is a non-light FS300B. It's a bicolor light, so it only goes warm or cool or somewhere in between. I got this Godox reflector diffuser thing. It's very different from the normal ones, but I don't have the situation of it. I can't take it off right now to, you know, reinstall it. So maybe I'll do the how. In the how video, you'll see more. It's not just a soft box that you just put on it. It kind of spreads the lights to the sides more. Like it bounces the lights inside, so it has a cone and bounces it inside, and the light itself reflects off the reflectors in the softbox. I actually have 2 of these, and these were my first lights. I believe that they are newer lights. They are newer lights. It doesn't come with the batteries. It actually just comes with a charger. This was from the light I told you, the small light that I told you that I misplaced. This is the battery from that one. I wish I could turn it on, but I don't know where the plug is right now. So I have 2 of these. And honestly, I still kind of use this one. I think I did a recent video for Valentine's Day. And so this was the light that was the fill-in for the other side of my face that this light is doing right now. So I was filming in a wider space then, so I could afford to use that light over there. I usually tend to put this big light on my right side. I find that it does, and I'm gonna zoom in so you kind of see what I'm seeing on my viewfinder right now. Okay, so I zoomed in 2 times, but yeah, I want to show you guys what I'm seeing. And that's how I've been filming my last couple videos. Is this light is always on my right side at a 45-degree angle, probably not 45 exactly, but at a good angle, right? And then I have a softer light that fills in on the side. Because I want to go back to making sit-down makeup videos, I'm gonna get a diffuser for underneath that kind of bounces the light back onto my chin so that there's more structure and more definition. Let's put active track. So yeah, there's tiny selfie lights that come with the Osmo Pocket 3 that are $50, and I'm speaking about 50 Canadian dollars, which is like 30 US. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can get away with this because this camera performs great in low light, so you don't need that much. But I'm telling you all of the specifications, the qualities, you know, just so that you can make an informed decision for yourself. So for audio, I'm using the DJI Mic 2 with 2 transmitters. I just imagine that I would have someone film with me when I'm vlogging, and I want to be able to pick up their audio. So instead of buying 1 mic, you know, a transmitter and a receiver, I bought the one with 2 mics. So I had most of this before I got the DJI Osmo Pocket. I broke the hot shoe mount, so I just kind of have it connected this way. And that's what it looks like. Usually you guys don't see the mic on me because I put the mic in my bra. I literally put the mic in my bra because I don't want it showing. The receiver, I think, is up to 100 meters. I'm not too sure. It comes with 2 adapters. You can use to plug the receiver directly into either your iPhone or your Samsung. Now on the case, you can see that there's lights in front. And that indicates what battery level the case has. It's not the battery level of the microphone and the receiver, but of the case. The receiver itself does indicate how much battery level, and the mics do indicate how much battery level that they have as well. It also comes with a windshield for each of the transmitters. The one I have in my bra, and an extra for the second microphone. And it just helps the sound quality is a lot better. And it also comes with a charging cable. All of the mics have a magnet that you can actually use to attach the mic to whatever you're wearing, unless you're wearing like a really thick coat or like a really thick jeans shirt, you know, or something that's really, really thick, like that has something through. So like with bras, for instance, they have a foam in between. Majority of the time, the magnet is strong enough to reach and latch onto the mic. Especially with this microphone. I find that with this microphone, the magnet is a bit stronger than the others. It's a bit bigger, so it's a bit stronger. Even to get it off, it's a bit harder than the others. And that's pretty much it. It comes with this bag, in this bag. And that's how I store it, really. So remember I said I had 3 mics. I do have a Rode Video Mic Pro that I used to use. I don't use anymore. I am trying to start a podcast, so I might start using it again. It connects directly to the camera. It's wired, so it's not a wireless mic. And whenever I wanted to use it, oh my gosh, that mic was everything. So any YouTube video that was filmed before 2025 was absolutely filmed with that microphone. So I have to give it its props, right? Like, it served me for years. I also have a Polaroid camera that I take pictures on and just for myself, but I noticed that some people use it for content. So they'll take their photo and then they'll take a picture of those Polaroids and post it. Polaroid cameras, the Insta-X Mini is like $80 Canadian even. So I'm not gonna, you know, show that on camera, but that's another content creation tool that you might need, you might not need. So now let's get into accessories, whatever accessories are left. I do have my EOS R sitting on a Pro Tama tripod that I got, maybe 8 or 9 years ago from Amazon. I don't even think they carry it anymore. I did want something that was at least almost 6 feet tall because I needed it to be almost as tall as me. Now my tripod also has an extender piece that extends it, so it's actually on my eye level when I'm standing because I'm 6 feet tall. And so it does the work for me. And that's what I use for my camera. Now there's another tripod that I use for my camera as well, which wasn't the plan. So when I got this tripod, it's actually very, very, very flimsy. It's not a camera tripod at all. It's actually a phone tripod, but I wasn't expecting it to be this long. I'm just gonna set it down so you kind of see how I wasn't expecting it, because I didn't read the specs because I was getting a phone tripod anyway, so I didn't care about whether it was that high, but it ended up being about the same height as this tripod, and it collapses all the way to the length of a regular phone tripod, but it collapses to be very small that it's so easy to carry around. So instead of just having a phone mount, it has a hot shoe mount that connects the phone hot shoe mount to it. So you can either connect it like this, and I'll show it more on the screen so it looks like this, right? Or you can flip that and connect it like this and do that. So it looks like that. So sometimes I use it with my G7X Mark III. I have tried to mount my EOS R on it, but I always make sure it's on sturdy ground. So like whenever I'm filming in the bathroom, it's like literally like on the sink, and it's collapsed so that the weaker legs aren't extended, you know, so it's mostly collapsed. And this is literally like, it's such a short tripod, but it extends so far. Do you see how far out it extends? So far out. And I love that. Again, like I said, it acts like a camera tripod. It also has an extension up here, and I really love it. I got it off Amazon. Everything that I'll be talking about in this video will also be included in the description box down below, either on my Amazon storefront or a direct link to the place that I bought it from. So for accessories, if they don't have the specific brand anymore, then I'll find you a great alternative. Okay, but everything will be linked in the description box down below. Also, every segment will be time coded in the description box down below. So we are doing visual, audio, and accessories, and you will see the coding, time coding in the description box down below. If I do get comments that you want like specific codings, like cameras versus lenses, or cameras versus like microphones, or like tripods versus like lights, I will put those time codes in the description box, but that will depend on feedback that I get. Next, for tripod, I already kind of showed you guys this tripod. I love this one because it kind of is a selfie stick. I lost the remote that comes with it. Sad stuffs. But I love it because this is what it is. See how long it is? Like I literally have to, see? My hands are extended far out, and this is it against my hand. You can use it as a selfie stick, and I love that about this one. You can use it as a selfie stick, or you can use it as a tripod, and all you have to do is pick the triangle, and that's it. And it's a phone tripod because why not? phone tripod. And so see, you think it's tilted, but you can easily like move that so it's balanced. And there you go, you have a phone tripod. It's literally just sitting on my body. It's so sturdy, I love it. But I also have a Bluetooth remote to take pictures on my phone whenever I use the tripod to take pictures. Now that's where that selfie light that I was showing you earlier comes in play. I have two of that tripod. This one is slimmer. This one is heavier. This one, the full length is shorter, and I'll put them side by side. Okay, so let me show you. So this one, see? Remember that one, like even with my arms extended, it damn near reached the tip of both my fingers. Whereas this one is like literally just here. So that's the full length. So I love this one, but one thing I don't like, see how the other one, you could just flip it, right? This one, you have to be in a specific position before you can turn it. This one is sturdier. I think they're different brands. So this one is Atum Tech. And this one, the brand isn't written, but I need to get the original link and I'll find it. I'll make sure I track it down and I put it in the description box. So one of them will be white tripod, one of them will be pink phone tripod and white phone tripod. I'll literally curate them for you. So this one doesn't act so much like a selfie stick because it flips. Whereas, and let me show you them side by side just so you can see what the difference is. So now they're both about the same length, right? So you can obviously see that this one is a lot wider and bigger in body, but this one is a lot taller. It extends much higher than this one does. I'll put it by the side after this, just so you can kind of see what the difference is when it's on the ground. And so in total, I have 3 phone tripods and 1 camera tripod. Well, 2 by tomorrow. So this is a monopod, and I'm gonna attach it to my phone tripod, the black phone tripod, just so you can kind of see what it's for. It's actually for a camera tripod, but I have my camera attached and I only have one of those, and I don't really want to switch the positions. So what you do is you have it attached to this. Hold on, I think I'm attaching it the wrong way. So you can have it attached to this, right? And so now that's attached properly. Okay, so let me fix that properly. And you can mount your camera here, or a phone mount, or a phone hot shoe mount. And I'm just gonna mount that here, just so you can kind of see. You can literally mount that there and mount a camera here as well. And you can film on both, and you can film overhead shots. So it extends like this, and it's for overhead shots. So I found that I wasn't getting good overhead shots with my cooking or even some certain videos. You just want good overhead shots. And so I got this for that purpose. So it has a lock and click mechanism. You can just do that and extend it or retract or whatever, and just lock it in place like that. It also spins on its axis. There's that. And so you just flip it. So you get the good overhead shots. I can also have my phone, you know, getting some good shots like that. So you can double mount. Obviously, it's too heavy. It's too heavy for this tripod, but on a sturdy camera tripod, it's not gonna be heavy. And finally, for tripods, I have this selfie tripod. So remember I said I used to film or vlog with my G7X? This is the tripod I used to use for that. This is also a tabletop tripod. So whenever I want to like film and I'm just sitting down, just filming parts of me, this is what I use, honestly. It's pretty heavy on its own, and it can take up to a certain amount, because I know I've used it with the DSLR and it didn't move. Like it didn't make it, you know, it wasn't wobbly or anything. I mean, I wouldn't advise you using it with like an EOS R with a 24-105 lens, because that's just too much load. I don't think this has load bearing capacity of that, but you can definitely use it with like a 60mm lens that's like, you know, those small lenses, or a 50 f1.8 if you're using your EOS R, or you're using a smaller, slightly smaller camera that's bigger than the G7X, like a Sony ZV-E. It does have a little bit of an extension. I kind of always have that open, but this is the actual length of it. And then you kind of just extend it by pressing on these three, and it just extends by like 2 inches. That's it. I have a drone I've never used for content. I really want to. I've had my drone for so long that I don't even know why I have it anymore. I don't use it. And the crazy thing is, the first time I tested it, I spoiled the wings, so I had to have them replaced. And thankfully, I was still under warranty. I canceled my warranty because I don't use it, which I probably shouldn't have, because now I really want to use it. Wait, 1, 2. No? I remember. So it's tap, then tap and hold. And it's turned on. Ooh, you're not supposed to fly it with this attached. But I do want to film a lot of travel content. When I'm going to Nigeria, I'm going to take my drone with me. I did get the Mini 3 Pro because I know that there's a lot of flying restrictions with drones in different countries. Like, different countries have their own different restrictions, and this drone is under the acceptable amount for almost all countries. Like, once you have a drone that's under 250 grams, they will let you bring it into the country. And this drone is 249 grams. So that's why I bought this one specifically. But yeah, maybe one video we'll learn to fly together. If you're in Toronto and you wanna shoot content with me and fly my drone, I'd be grateful. Please hit me up, because I definitely need to use this drone for content, because like, and I have like extra batteries and stuff. I am playing, like, I have 2 extra batteries, and the charging case that has like the 3, like, I bought the entire thing. So I don't know, man. I do be buying stuff for no reason at all. So yeah, let's turn it off. And so that's just the extra segment, I guess. We are probably all done. We are. Thank you guys for watching. Everything will be linked in the description box down below. I will have links to everything as well. I'm gonna have the exact product specifications, the exact products, anything I can find. I will find you beautiful, affordable alternatives. And even if it's not affordable, but it's just, you know, more efficient or more effective alternatives, I'm gonna find it for you. I'm gonna do all that research so you don't have to, I promise you. And I'll probably make a how-to video, like how to use these things, what settings I use, you know, and then maybe we'll probably follow it up. Now, this will only be made if it's requested. So if you wanna see it, request it, okay? So you should probably just subscribe, follow me on Instagram. It's at Zaahav, on TikTok at Zaahav. I don't really use Twitter, but it's at Zaahav_. Threads is at Zaahav, obviously. Snapchat is at official Zaahav. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in my next video. It's your girl Zaahav again. Peace.